David Harris, also known as Magicman London, started his lifelong passion for magic at the age of 6 when his father showed him a simple trick. Since then, he has become one of the most popular magicians in London, performing at corporate events, trade shows and conferences, from very small groups to stages with big audiences. We discuss how he's adapted to dyspraxia and how it's affected his performances, and a very interesting story about why a husband jumped off a riverboat while David was performing close-up magic. The self-confessed wizard also shares what his future holds, which includes the possibility of live performers from an aeroplane and plans for entertaining on cruise ships. Welcome, David, Magicman London. Harris.
Thank you.
How's it going?
It's going well. Yeah. What am I doing today? Today, just like recording a podcast, going up to London later for a little event, and paperwork, all the fun stuff.
Paperwork.
It's got to be done.
Oh no, admin, the dreaded admin.
I know. Yeah, it's the business side of show business.
Can't you just wave a wand and make it just all magically disappear?
You can try. I've tried for years. It's like, no, the one word with the tricks, not on the paperwork, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. So people must know who you are by now.
If they don't, where have they been?
Oh no, shame on them.
I know. They obviously haven't been going to events or trade shows.
Oh, trade shows. I've seen you, and we bumped into each other many times at Confex, the meeting show, VegTech Live.
I think I did that once. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this year, for the first time ever, I did IMEX in Frankfurt.
How did that go?
Interesting to start with. I'm used to kind of Excel and places like that, which I thought were big. You go to Frankfurt and you go to the kind of the main room there. It is huge. I did a time lapse, like from the back to the front. It still took like 20 seconds.
Oh wow!
It's a good 6-minute walk. I'm like, occasionally, like you need to go and speak to someone, and I swear the room rotated. Like you aim back for your stand, and it wouldn't be there. You just get lost getting back to your own stand.
I know. I've always thought that Excel could do with. You know, at some airports, they have those sort of little mini buggy things that could take like 6 people.
Yes.
And your luggage. I could just see that Excel being really, really popular.
Or a sat nav on your phone. It's like, I'm here by this stand. I need to get to this stand. What's the best way?
Oh, I would love that at the meeting show or Confex, because most of the time the numbering systems for each stand just don't make any sense.
Oh, you'll have like L1 next to B2.
I know.
Like,
you're heading over to G and you end up at A.
Yeah. If we've got event people like listening who organise trade shows, can we number them like 1 to 30, however long that row is, and the next line is 31 to 50, because then we know where we are.
Yes. Like you're looking at stand 25, you turn around, it's stand 1, a completely different letter.
Yes.
It's just... Also, we need like internal inside the venue space GPS with and the event app should have like an arrow on it, say go this way.
Yeah,
for each space that you mark.
Just have an arrow on your phone. But like Waze is great when you're out like traveling in a car. Have that at a trade show.
Oh,
stand B4, turn left.
Yeah. Go past a coffee shop. Keep going. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
wonderful world of trade shows.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh, yeah. So what else? So you've done quite a lot of trade shows, but you also do close-up stuff at tables and things.
Yeah, close-up at corporate events. That's why I love working. You get the cool venues. So I've done Natural History Museum, Tower of London, done an event British Airways at their headquarters. Hippodrome Casino, done a few events, and it's like, yeah, the venues are cool, but what makes an event, which I think what lots of people forget, are the people there. And it's like, if we don't want to be there, I've got to bounce off their energy, and if there's no energy coming from them, it makes my life that tiny bit harder. But we
It
can.
does, because you're going to bounce off, as you say, bounce off their energy. And if they all sitting quietly just staring at you, you have
Yes.
no idea whether you're entertaining or not, do you?
No. Facial expressions and laughter and like body movements are my clues. Like, is it going well? Do I need to change it up? And the beautiful thing about magic is sometimes they're bringing guests over from different countries who don't necessarily speak English. Magic cuts through that boundary. It's a universal
It's
language.
it's almost non-verbal.
Yes, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
There's some tricks where I need them to kind of participate and say stuff, but if it's too loud, there's tricks where they don't need to say anything. It's just an action based. So it's reading the room when you get into it.
Yeah.
Years of practice teaches you.
Well, that's going to say. I mean, it's a skill that you're not exactly born with it, but obviously you can learn.
I don't know how to describe it. I can walk into a room and digitally map it in my head, kind of going, right, here are these bits that I kind of need to be aware of. So I'm doing a charity event at the RAC Club in, I think, September or November, for Maggie's, which is linked to the Royal Marsden. And last year I turned up and it was like the tables and chairs were quite close together. The staff found it hard to like serve the food and everything. So this year when they booked me, it's like, right, couple of tips. And they're like, yeah, we've moved the dance floor outside to a marquee. So it's kind of, they're not event planners. They're a charity who put on an event. And because I've been doing it for so long, I can give them guidance. And they really appreciate it.
Well, that's another thing, isn't it? You're on stage. I take it as a stage.
I'm just doing mix and mingle for that and the table.
Oh, mix and mingle. But I was going to say, if you're at a distance and you're looking at what the audience are doing, you could also see, oh yeah, there's a little bit of a difficulty getting through. People are bunched a bit tight together. You can make some obvious.
Yeah.
Not only does it help you with your own performance, but also, you've made a mental note and you're going to mention it later.
Yeah. It's also the little things behind the scenes that people don't think we do. So I'll turn up before the event starts. So say I'm due to start at 7. I'll be there like 6:30. The booker knows I'm there, which is the most important thing, and I can find out the little details. On their top tables who have paid more like through sponsorship, they'll get maybe a tiny bit extra. And then you do magic on the catering staff. So they're on your side.
Oh, that's a good.
More importantly, you find out what order they're doing the tables in. Because there's no point me starting on table 1 and table 1 getting the food first. So I'll work the other end of the room. So we kind of cross over.
Well, not only would you sort of like begin getting in the way a bit, but also their attention is going to be diverted onto what's being put in front of them as opposed to what you're doing.
Yes. And I've got a 20-second leeway. So I'll see them coming towards the table. And I can wrap up most tricks in 20 seconds. And because they're now on your side, because they've seen things, they'll give you that 20 seconds. So when that moment happens, the trick that's like the climax, it's not, here's your chicken. And it's like, it's working with people. Also, while people are waiting for food and you're doing magic, they're not aware of how long they're waiting.
So that's another thing. If you know that the service is going to be a bit delayed, maybe, does anybody come up to you and go, we're going to be delayed, can you go over and say over there?
Occasionally, we'll be like, we're running a tiny bit behind. So, okay, fine. Yeah. So you either like delay them sitting down or you adapt to the situation in front of you at that moment, which is where the practice and like years of experience comes in.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second about how it all started. But
yeah,
but the thing is, for an event planner, I don't know which words to really use. You're a useful tool.
I am. Yeah,
without being rude.
yes.
Because if they've got something that's brewing, there's a little problem happening, and they need to divert attention, as it were. Then they can say, right, Dave, just need to be over there, mate. Can you just go and do your thing?
Yeah.
And then they all think it's all happening very smoothly because their attention's been diverted.
I always think an event is a bit like an event planner is like a duck. On the surface, everything looks nice and calm. but underneath it's going, right, what happens if this happens and this happens? Those feet are going 10 to the dozen. But as long as the guests are having a good time, that's all that matters.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the other day I went up to town. I wasn't working. I went to this like event. And I'm on the train up and I thought, oh, let me get a white stick out. You've seen the stick trick.
I
It's
have
what I'm
indeed.
known for. I'd taken it out the bag the other day and put it in my jacket. I wasn't wearing my jacket. I went out without a stick. And it's like, it felt so odd. It's like, hang on, this is part of me and I haven't got it on me.
Is it the same with a pack of cards? I mean, because I've
Yeah,
always seen you with
that
cards in
one.
your pockets. You've got a whole pack of 3.
Well, the bag's normally got like 5 or 6 in it, just in case. Like different brands and things like that. White sticks, I've normally got 5 or 6 in the bag, just in case. So this morning, I put 6 in the bag going, right, just in case, because I don't want that feeling again.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people, when you've shown people that you've got 5 or 6 packs of cards, they go, wow, you've got so many. But it's the tools of your trade. Of course, you're going to
Yes.
have quite a few.
Yeah, there's some tricks that need 2 different packs of cards. They've got to be like contrasting colours. It's like, right, that goes in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And none of them are messed around with. They're all straight packs of cards, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah. One thing you learn fairly early on is yes, there are trick packs out there. That's not revealing anything. And they're great at what they do. Until people get used to that trick and everything and then go, oh, can you use this pack? And you're like, no.
Yeah, I can see that. But then that's another thing, isn't it? Because if you're doing close-up magic and you're using prepared cards,
Yes.
then people are going to go, there's something funny about that.
Yeah. Whilst looking at me.
Well, I was thinking looking at the cards, not looking at you, but yeah.
Yeah. But it's now got to the point, because I've been doing it for so many years, I'll turn up for an event and it's like, does anyone have a pack of cards I can borrow? And they're like, yep. So I can now borrow packs and it's lovely.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
one for British Airways,
yeah.
they gave me a British Airways pack to use.
Oh, nice.
She went, I need it back, it's mine. It's like, okay. So at the end of the night, I gave it back.
Oh, that's a shame. It would be nice to have a collection of all these branded playing cards.
Yeah, I don't think they make them anymore.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Tip that someone gave me years ago, and I do it pretty much every time I give a pack away. Put a business card in the middle.
Oh, that's a neat idea.
Yeah, so when they go home or whatever, or 6 months down the line, they open up that pack, and they'll like shuffle or cut. They'll cut to the business card because it's slightly smaller. I was like, okay, it's advertising.
That's neat. So you mentioned it takes years of practice and experience just to get to where you are now.
Yes.
So how did it start?
Started when I was about 5 or 6 years old. My dad used to work in the city and did magic as a hobby. Because when you worked in the city back then and you brought clients out, if you could do a bit of entertainment, you got a bit extra in your paycheck. So it taught me the basics, thinking, oh, keep them quiet for a week or 2. And then he started getting letters and calls from school going, David just sits at the back shuffling cards. It's like, as long as it looks like a genuine shuffle, I don't mind. Yeah, I was learning how to cheat from a young age. And it's like, it's lovely. Magic is the only job where you lie to people in front of them and they pay you for it and acknowledge it. Any other job where they lie to you, it's like, hang on a minute, that's not right. And some of the comments you get, you've seen the comments, we won't do it on the podcast because it's not PG. But yeah, people telling you all sorts of things. And it's like, yeah, I love it. When someone tells you to kind of F, it's like...
You can swear, I can mark it as explicit, don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah, but what I do magic for are the reactions. It's kind of what I love about it. Like, yes, money's important to pay the bills and buy things. But if someone goes, if you could do magic for like the rest of your life and not be paid for it, but anything you want is paid for, like, done. I'll do it tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're 6 years old and you're sort of back in the class, just shuffling cards, as you do.
Yeah, dropping lots on the floor.
Practice makes perfect, as they say.
Perfect practice makes perfect. If you practice incorrectly, It doesn't matter whether you're spending 6 months on it or 6 years. If you're learning it incorrectly in the first place, it will never work.
That's an interesting point.
Mm. Yeah, someone mentioned that years ago, and it's like, oh, I like that. Yeah, perfect practice makes perfect. And a trick is
Yeah.
never ever finished. It can always be improved.
I think you say that about most things that you do in your life. You can always say there's always room for at least a 1% improvement.
Yeah, whether that's a script change, a timing, or something like that.
Yeah. We'll come on to practice and how much you do. But the other thing I wanted to mention is, along with starting at like 6 or 7 years old, at some point you either discovered you had or you developed dyspraxia.
Yes, which affects hand-to-eye coordination, which is not great when you're trying to learn sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you're doing close-up magic and you are doing sleight of hand, obviously you've got to practice the hand movements. You've got to make sure that whatever is you're trying to not reveal straight away, what you're trying to hide up from their eyes, requires good hand movement. So has the magic improved the dyspraxia, or have you adapted to it?
so going back to the early days, before we had the internet and streaming videos and everything like that, I used to get magic books by post. It was a little booklet you got sent, and it's like it wasn't even on the internet. And you'd order a trick or a book, and you'd read it, and you go, yeah. One of the things with dyspraxia is when you look down to read something, by the time you look up, your brain's gone, yeah, I can't remember what I've just read. It's like, great, that's really helpful when you're trying to learn something.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, let's adapt it so that it works for me. If I can't do it as it says in the book, let's just work out a way that I can take what's in the book and mold it to fit me a tiny bit better. So if I get like a pack of cards, I know they won't be able to see it. I hold a pack of cards in my right hand, whereas I should hold it in my left because I'm right-handed.
Okay.
If I hold a pack of cards in my left hand, they are going on the floor.
Yeah.
Which is great now when you're watching videos and reading books because it's like a mirror image, so it fits me perfectly.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. And if someone goes, "Oh, you've got big hands, you can hide things," if you go on YouTube and search for a magician called Maddie Gilbert, not sure how to spell it, but you'll find it. He's got no hands.
Sorry, no
Well, he's
hands.
got no hands. He's got like stumps and stuff. Does sleight of hand magic.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's adaptation.
Yes. And he went, no books or videos work for me because it goes, put this finger here, and it's like, can't do that. So a bit like me, he's adapted to kind of what he can do. And I've seen him live a few times. I'm like, I know in theory what you're doing, but you can't be doing it because your hands can't do that. Yeah. So people
Wow.
go, oh, it can't be done. It's like, yeah, there's a way to do it.
I think there's probably ways around most things, but you have to be a creative thinker to realize that there are alternative ways of producing the same results.
Yes. Yeah. Some of the tricks I do, there are 4 or 5 different ways to do it that look identical. But if someone's seen the trick before, I can do it another way. So it looks the same, but it feels different. They're like, we didn't do that last time. Yeah, so it kind of cancels methods out.
Yeah.
Which is the fun part. And occasionally it just goes horribly wrong, which is
So
like when you get caught, which is one of my favourite things. I love being caught.
really?
Yeah, which sounds odd, but it's like if you get caught on something, it either means you become complacent and got used to it, so you're getting that tiny bit lazy on that move, or it's something new and someone sees something, and it's like, okay, I need to work on that angle.
Yeah, because if you've only ever performed in front of a mirror or a few friends,
Yes.
you're going to have the feedback is going to be selective. It's only what you've done. But when you have people around you at different angles and different attention levels, somebody's bound to say, I saw you do that. I
Well, I
saw
just
how you
pulled
do it.
it the other day, and I put a card in the pocket, but I put it in the wrong pocket, and one went, "You just put a card in the pocket." I went, "I know. How else do you think it gets there?" And she just laughed it off, and I'm like, "Right, okay. Next time, put it in the right pocket."
Yeah, it's almost you could actually make fun of yourself and just move on without it
Yes,
being a, oh, he's such an idiot, or he's a fool, or he's really bad at this. You just turn it into a,
we make mistakes. It's like one of my favourite lines, and people go, "Where do you come up with new lines?" It's like, I listen to people. People give you the best one-liners in the world that no amount of chat GPT or anything will give you. One of my favourite ones is years ago, I was coming up with a trick, can't remember which one it was. And a woman went, "I saw what you did there." It's like, "Great, so did I." And it's like, it uses that situation but keeps the trick on track.
yeah.
Like, no, you didn't. They saw it. They're not silly.
Yeah, that's the thing. People are becoming more observant, maybe. So, oh, it's a magician. Let's see if we can catch him out.
Yeah, which is why I now classify myself as a wizard. It's so much nicer. And I've noticed recently, depending on what event you're at, people go, "Oh, what do you do?" It's like, "I'm a wizard." It's like, "Oh, what sort of wizard?" Because you've got like an IT wizard, you've got like so many different divisions you can go down, which is a lovely segue into doing a trick. It's like, "Let me show you."
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
What if there's sort of like association of wizards, and there's just sort of this different special interest groups?
Yes. Yeah, my guess is if you go onto Google, I tell you what, people should try this, I'll try it afterwards, and go in, type in, "what job does a wizard do?" Yeah, I reckon there's quite a few.
Yeah.
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 Also makes me stand out against other magicians. Because if they've had a magician in the past and they haven't liked him for some reason, they classify all magicians under that umbrella.
As I say, it only takes one to spoil everything.
Yeah. Call yourself a wizard. Yes, you sound a bit mental, but people who know me know I'm kind of a bit wacky and get away with things.
Well, as long as they don't think you're going to turn up in a coat, big cape, pointy hats, and a stick.
No, no, we leave the broomstick outside.
Yeah, all forms of transport should be left outside.
Yes. Yeah, put the invisibility cloak over the broomstick. No one sees it. So
As long as you can remember where you put it.
we've got a tracker on it.
Oh, that's fine. That's that
Yeah.
sorted out then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a woman a while ago who went, "Broomsticks aren't real." I went, "Yes, they are." I said, "You've just never seen one." I said, "But you have." And she's like, "What?" I said, "Have you ever been walking down the street and tripped over nothing?" And she's like, "Yes." I went, "That's a witch or a wizard landing on a broomstick. We've got an invisibility cloak on. You can't see it."
I'm sure she was fairly convinced.
She called me a few weeks later going, "Are you in town by any chance? I've just tripped over nothing." I went, "Yes." And she's like, "Where are you?" I went, "By St. Paul's." And she's like, "So am I." I went, "Yeah, you tripped over my broomstick. Just happened to be in the right place at the right time." And there's that moment in the back of her head going, "Is he just telling a story or did that actually happen?"
Oh my God, she's now sort of questioning everything.
Yeah. Like, I just happened to be in the area and it's like, yeah. So if she is listening, yes, it was me on the broomstick.
Right. So if anybody trips over nothing while walking around, please contact
The Ministry of Magic.
and ask for Magicman London, the wizard.
Yes.
Yeah. Was there what? Oh, tell me about your first public performance. How did that go?
Oh, God, that was years ago. I've been doing it over like nearly 17 years now. First public performance. Probably before I became professional, I was doing like magic on the beach on holiday and everything. It's a great way of getting free ice creams.
Oh, like a freebie, please. Well, what are you gonna do? Well, have you seen this card trick?
Yeah. And I think from a young age, I've started borrowing objects, which is so nice. Like borrowing rings off people, like using everyday things around you. It's just something unique about them. When I do trade shows or corporate events and they got those pens with their logo on, I can do tricks with that. Freaks people out because it's their pen.
Yeah, does that actually make it a better trick when you're using somebody else's property, their
Oh,
thing?
100%. Because they're invested in it because it's theirs. You borrow a diamond ring or something, they are watching that like a hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're covered by equity. We've got £10 million public liability. We're fine.
Don't ever test it.
No, no, nearly tested it once. I was doing an event aboard on a boat, and they'd been married a while. And he said, "Can you do anything with the wedding ring?" So I looked at this wedding ring. I'm thinking, if something happens to that, my guess is it's close to the equity limit. It was like the biggest diamond ring I've seen. So I took it and threw it overboard at night. Like, took it, threw it into the water, and here, plop. And he looks at me, and I'm like, forgot to switch it. And he's like, what happened next will save me forever. He jumped in like overboard. It wasn't like a huge cruise ship, it was like a private boat.
Yeah.
And he's like, I said, what are you doing? He went, I'm trying to find the ring. I went, it's on her finger. So he gets out, comes up, soaking wet, and she's like, you just threw that in. I went, yeah, but it's yours, so it jumps back on your finger. I said, if I really wanted to throw it in, I'd do it like this. And he's like, looks at her finger, it's not there, and he went, where is it? I went, I don't know. I said, ask the captain to spin the boat round. So he goes up to the captain. The captain goes, you looking for this? And he's like, yeah. And it's just those moments of what just happened. I was not
Just,
expecting to jump in at
just
night.
hang on a second. So there is this couple
Yeah, with
on a
about
boat,
40 people on the boat.
and the groom, because it was a wedding.
Oh, no, no, they'd been married for donkey's years.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah, so it was
her
just
husband
yeah,
is now soaking wet amongst 40 people,
yes,
unsure where the wedding ring is.
yes. And they haven't seen all the trick, so they've just seen him jumping in at night, going, what is going on?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like, right, you get to keep that now.
Did he have any choice words to say to you afterwards, or he just laughed it off?
End of the night, he went, great trick, don't do it again. Yeah, we still talk about the event experience. It's like, what made you jump in? He went, I don't know. I said it was night and it was dark. That ring would have gone. Yeah.
There's so much wrong about that. The fact that, as you say, it was dark, it was at night. It would have sunk really, really quickly. It would have
Yes.
gone with the stream. The guy was so invested in that.
Yeah.
His full attention was given to what's going to happen to the ring.
Yes. Because there's a beautiful line when you take the ring, it's like, it is insured, isn't it?
Oh, when you say things like that, that really sort of winds people
Yeah.
up. In a kind of a good way kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, it's all done in a friendly way, but I just wasn't ready for him to jump in the water.
I'm so glad he could swim.
Yes, you can imagine that. How was it? Well, he drowned, but the ring was fine.
Yeah. Sorry about your husband, but I found the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, plenty of
Oh,
stories
brilliant.
along the way, and it's like, it's what I love about my job, how people
Yeah.
remember things.
So how much practice do you put in per day? I mean, how many hours per day are you sort of researching, learning? I take it you perform in front of a mirror so you can.
No, no, never perform in front of a mirror, because a mirror
Okay.
will give you a false perspective. So if there's a new trick I'm working on, I go to the pub. Just do magic in the pub while you're waiting for a beer or something like that. You're going to get people who are either drunk or intentionally trying to mess you up.
That's a good training ground.
You can do that, and you're not being paid, so it doesn't matter if it goes wrong. Yeah, and you just refine it.
Yeah, I suppose if go with the tough crowd first, just to bounce off them and see how they react, and also observe yourself to see how well you performed. Review yourself. I mean, you've got nobody else who could probably do that for you, so you have to review yourself.
Yeah, and it's just about reading the people around you, and if people try and mess you up, and I love it when they do. which means when you go
Yeah.
to a corporate event or a private event, whatever someone throws at you, there's normally a way out of it or a line out of it.
Yeah, because if you've already gone through the tough crowd, the
Yes.
ones who are going to be quite critical, either because they've had a pint or two, or just, oh, it's David, let's see if we can catch him out.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
A few people in events, and I do events for them, and they're like, let's try and trick you. It's like, good luck.
it's basically training.
Yes. It keeps me on the go, and you can never get complacent. You've always got to kind of go with the flow and adapt to what's in front of you.
Well, for a magician and for a lot of other trades, you're only as good as your last trick.
Yes. Yeah, but there was someone a while ago who said, do you reckon your tricks don't have to be as good if people like you? And I went, yeah. You still got to be entertaining, but you can get away with that bit more.
Okay.
Whereas if you go along the lines of, look how clever I am, and you make a mistake, they're going to jump on you like a pack of wolves.
Yeah.
You got it wrong.
We caught you again.
Yeah, it's like, great. It's like one of my favourite lines at the moment. It's like lines coming, and I'll stay for a few months, and occasionally I'll go, that line's not working, so I'll retire it and come up with another one. When someone's choosing a card and they're taking their time, I went, I love the fact you think it makes a difference. And it's like, they take a card fairly quickly after that. It's like, it's a flow nicely.
Yeah. Well, you're speaking of lines. I mean, you write scripts. Obviously, you have to have the kind of, you've got to work out your pattern. You've got to work out what you say, because not only does it affect the attention that people are giving you, but also controls where their attention goes.
Yes. Yeah, so most script, if you look at like a TV show, they write a script and give it to the actor, and the actor just delivers it perfectly. With me, I go out and I road test the tricks, and I just speak normally. I don't write a script for it. And then I always record it. So I get home and I kind of listen to it back going, didn't need that bit, and you slowly refine it. And recently, I say recently, the last few years, I'll write a script, like listen to what I'm saying, run it through ChatGPT, go, refine this. Take out any line that doesn't need to be in there, that doesn't advance anything. And it will go, okay, here's a suggestion. And then I'll take that and I'll tweak it and then I'll run it back through. And then I'll go out and try it.
I think the way that a lot of magicians, when you see them on screen or, in front of you, you tend not to think that they are scripted.
It should never sound scripted.
Well, no, it shouldn't sound scripted, but they have to have some sort of script. As I say, for diverting attention or setting an expectation which you then confound.
Yes.
And you're using ChatGPT to help you with that. Well, other brands are available, I must say, but
yeah. Occasionally use Gemini. Like put Gemini and ChatGPT against each other, and you get some really cool results.
Fight.
Yeah. On the top tip, if you are using ChatGPT, give it as much information as you possibly can.
So be really detailed with your prompt.
Yeah, here's a script. I want it to be suitable for a corporate audience, slightly funny. The number of people I'm performing with, as much. This is the kind of the trick that I'm doing. So I give it as much information as it can, rather than going, refine this. It's like, but what situation are you in? It's like I went to a talk a while ago and the chat was like, here are some prompts. Like, if you're asking ChatGPT or any other AI program, give it as much information as you can. If you want to go to Italy and it's like, right, give me a 7-day itinerary for things to do in Italy, it will give you a 7-day itinerary. But it might go to this restaurant, which is like a 5-star Michelin restaurant. Whereas if you go, I'm going on these dates, I'm going for this one, this is what I like doing, this is my budget per day, it will go, okay, here are some suggestions.
Yeah, because if you're not specific, it will come up with, oh, there's a fabulous pizza restaurant that does the following meat pizzas. And you'll go, oh, that's useless, I'm a vegetarian, but you didn't tell it.
Yes. It's like ChatGPT only relies on basically Google and people's previous searches. It's like, yeah, pretend you're speaking to someone. So a venue the other day dropped me an email going, got an event in December for you, can you send a quote? There's on this date for 4 hours. It's like, right. So I replied to her on LinkedIn because that's where she sent the first message. And it's like, right, first of all, how many people? Because then I can base off what they need. Are they sitting down? Is it mix and mingle? Is it a combination of both? Because if they're all sitting down, it's going to take longer than if they're just standing and I can mingle around them. And she went, thanks for that. Here's the details. I'll remember that for future bookings. I was like, yeah, she now knows what I need if an inquiry comes in.
Yeah, because performing in front of 20 people is different than performing in front of 100.
Yes.
And whether you're doing that up close or at a distance, for example, on a stage or something.
It's like I've got an event coming up in August at the one of the hotels in Shoreditch. I won't name it because I don't know whether it's a surprise and if someone's listening, it might ruin it. There's 4 people. So they got a site visit and then dinner. It's like, perfect. So I went down. I went, 4 people is a really nice number. We can sit down and we can have like a mini magic show customized to them. And she went, if you come towards the end, you can join us for dinner and do it then. I went, what happens if I turn up early and I just sit at the bar? Because then they come in for a drink first. And I do a bit of magic at the bar and it just looks like I happen to be there. Nothing's planned. Do a bit of magic. They go on the site visit. It's like, it's been lovely to meet you. So they think that's the end of it. And then when they go for dinner and I come in, they're like, oh, that's a nice little surprise. And it's a different sort of magic. You do from the mix and mingle at the bar bit to having like a 20-minute, half-hour show with them sitting down eating.
That's interesting because when you're, oh, we've just met a magician, right? So you've kind of changed your attitude because they've been entertained at a bar and they weren't expecting it.
Yes.
So when they go off to do their thing, it's slightly better mood, slightly.
Yes. They're more upbeat. It's like, oh, okay, that was fun. And they've got something to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the woman at the hotel, she went, I love that idea. Didn't think of it. It's like, why would you? You're used to having an entertainer or something like that at that time. But let's chuck a surprise in for them. Really nice.
That's really interesting because I keep using that word, really interesting, but it is really interesting.
It is.
Because when you, instead of laying out, this is what I want, you've been asked, what can you do?
Yes.
And that gives them a chance to hear some ideas that they've never heard of or wouldn't have thought because it's not their thing.
No. One of my favourite questions to ask whenever someone sends me an inquiry, I always pick up the phone whenever I can. I'm old school. And it's like, right, first of all, yes, I'm available on that date. Second of all, tell me about your event. What have you got planned? Let me find where I fit in. I might not. And I'd rather turn it down, knowing it can't be done, than do it and not do the best job I can.
That's looking out for the best interest of the event planner or event booker. Because if you were to turn up and do your thing, but nobody liked it because it wasn't the audiences or the attendees thing, then it's going to look bad for the planner.
Yes. Again, there's someone going, oh, we've got 200 guests, mix and mingle, but we've only got half an hour. Can't be done. It can, but you'll need like 4 magicians for it.
Well, that's the thing. You can only entertain so many people.
Yeah.
And if you've got, I don't know, what do you call it when you're doing your set of tricks? Is it your set?
I don't have a set as such. Some magicians do, and it works for them. They're going to go, we're going to do tricks 1, 2, and 6. So that's fine. With me, I base it on who's in front of me and what energy I'm getting off them.
Okay. Because I'm just thinking.
It starts with the stick trick, because that tells me it's a great trick to open with, because I never just walk up to a group and do a trick. I blend in first. It's like, hi, how are you? You having a good evening? Are you okay for drinks? So they're not sure who I am at that point. And then you get talking, it's like, does anyone have a white stick on them? And they look at you, and that look tells you a lot about that group in that moment. And it's like, what sort of white stick is like? It's about this long. and you reach over and you grab it off someone, and someone normally laughs. It's like, don't know what you're laughing about. You've got the pen. So now they kind of know who you are.
Well, they can at least see where it's going.
Yes. Yeah, you open with one of the strongest tricks, and it's not a card trick.
Well, if you think about it, if you're sort of introduced in front of everybody, and now we're going to have London's best magician, straight away there's an assumption is made that you're just going to be fabulously entertaining.
Yes.
And if you can't reach their expectation, then you're not going to look very good.
No.
But if you're in amongst them, if you're in the middle of everybody and you're going, has everybody got a stick?
Yeah. So I did an event at the Landmark, when was that? A while ago. One of these big kind of, it's a society of interior designers. And I've been doing this trick for, God, donkey's years. I said, I don't suppose you've got a white stick? And he's like, yes, I do. And he pulled this white stick out, like his little bag. And it's like, okay, right. I said, what does yours do? And he went, oh, it's a little cologne, but it looked like a white stick. I went, right, yours makes you smell better. Let me show you what mine does. And then I'd had a photo with, like, took a photo with him holding, like, the white stick that I used for the trick and his. And it's like, there you go. It's just adapting because I've never had that answer before.
Right, so I can imagine now that everybody's going to meet you in the future. They're all going to go, hey, David, I've got a stick.
Yeah, and I'm like, great, know what mine can do.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. So what's the future for you? What's up? What are you up to?
So I kind of want to have a show that I can run through the cruise ships and stuff like that. I love the idea of traveling, and it's like, right, let's work on a cruise ship show that I can also apply to corporate events. So if you want mix and mingle and table was fine, but if you then want like a 20-minute show on stage, so I'm working on that at the moment with people. It's a challenge because it takes away from me being flexible in the magic. A show's got to run smoothly, and you've got to bring people up, and it's a whole new world that I'm getting used to.
Is it? Yeah, because if you're part of a larger show,
yeah,
then you've also got to perfect your timing.
Yes,
you have only 5-10 minutes to.
You've got to hit that 10-minute bang on.
Yeah,
it can't be 10.5 minutes, 11 minutes, because then the flamenco dance is going to be late. I set myself a challenge with the show, which is it's a scary thing, but I'm looking forward to it. No card tricks.
Okay.
Yeah. So cards, coins, the white stick and everything, and my close up, and like the tables, but on stage, no card tricks at all. So
is it because it's more difficult to see at a distance, or because you've done that? What's next?
You need to be a slightly different character. You still need to be you, but you're someone else on stage.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay. So when I called out with the chap who helps magicians put on shows, we spent 5 hours before we talked about the tricks. Just going, what sort of magic do I want to do? What sort of magic don't I want to do? What doesn't my character do? So anything with maths, Rubik's cubes, mind reading, anything like that, straight out the window.
I think a lot of that's sort of been overdone anyway.
Yes. Yeah, I know people who do Rubik's cube magic, and it's like, great, doesn't suit me.
Again, if it's a bit small and you're having to stand back away from the audience and you're trying to do something with your hand, not everybody's going to see it well.
No.
So either you go large or you go close.
Yes. Or you do something that no one's ever done before. Yeah. So I was struggling with the theme of it. And then there's an American magician called Michael Amar, who I've known, not personally, for years. Like when you start getting into magic, that's the name that pops up. And he gave a lecture at a magic club a while ago, and he does the cups and balls. And I've seen him do it thousands of times online. And he did it at the end of the lecture, but he did it differently. And I went, that's the theme of the show. And keeping it a secret for the moment what the theme is, because I don't want other people copying it before they do it.
No. Keep it to yourself. That's no problem. No problem. But that's the thing, though. You can also entertain by peering to do what everybody else does, but putting your own big twist on it.
Yes. Yeah, making it fun, making it memorable for everyone, not just the people on stage.
Yeah. Oh, and there's one other thing that you're up to at the moment.
Yes. Yeah. Ever since I was a kid, I love the idea of flying. My brother's godfather used to fly Concorde, just like this, as you do. Work for British Airways and stuff like that. And I was always just fascinated by like the freedom of being in a plane. It's like when I travelled abroad for events, it's like I love takeoff and landing. Some people don't, but it's like looking out the window, watching the world go by. And I thought, I want to get my pilot's license, just like the freedom. And I talked about it and talked about it. And my graphic designer has got his license, and he's like, "How are the lessons going?" He's like, "I haven't done one yet." And he's like, "Just do it, just book it in." So I booked it in, went down to Denham, and went up in a Cessna, I think 152. So it's basically a washing machine with with a propeller on the front. Um, but it's lovely. So the instructor did the takeoff and landing. There was a slight crosswind. It's like, you do that bit. You've been doing it a lot longer than I have. So he climbed us up to just over like 1,500 feet, and he's like, right, all yours. So we're flying about 2,000 feet. We fly over like Chequers, seeing the HS2 tunnels, head towards like Pinewood, and it's like the freedom up there. And you can see everything because you're not that high. So you can see all the posh swimming pools, and he was like pointing out landmarks and everything like that. And he's like, "Oh, if you turn left, you'll see this." One house had a plane outside the front. He went, "Can't go anywhere." He said, "I need to find out where that house is and ask, why have you got a plane out front?"
Wow. Wow.
Landed, and I was like a kid. There's a video of me on my Instagram if people want to have a look. I look like a kid at Christmas, just grinning from ear to ear. And as you're flying over the fields, you've got the thermals coming off the fields. So occasionally as you're turning or going straight, you'll kind of bump a bit. And it made it so much more fun. So now it's like, right, now I want to get my license, become the flying wizard, just like fly to events and stuff like that. So looking to get it sponsored, so looking for brands who kind of want to get their name out there, whether it's a service or ideally a product. So like whether you do luggage and stuff for people who travel, watches. I've got a nice watch that I bought myself a while ago through Tag, and it's like it just makes you feel better. So yeah, if anyone listening wants to kind of think about sponsoring it and stuff like that, quite happy to have a chat and go from there. But
That sounds cool.
I'm still buzzing from it like a month later.
So at some point in the future, maybe next year, I don't know, how long does it take for you to get your license? Is it what, a year, 2 years, 3 years? I mean, what's the...
So I think it depends a lot on the weather in the UK. Because if it's chucking it down with rain, you're not flying. Not in the early stages.
Not until you've learnt the skills to deal with British weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like thunderstorms or no go.
Yeah, definitely.
So you soon find out in the summer when it gets too hot, it actually gets bumpier.
Yeah, there's a lot more thermals coming up.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, things you didn't think of. And then you got all the exams. So it's 45 hours minimum to get your license. I've done an hour. It's like, okay, I've started it.
Yeah.
I've started it, I've got the bug, and I want to do it again.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how long it's going to be until we have like a live Instagram video of you performing a magic trick at 2,000 feet.
I'll tell you what, let's go 2 years. Because if it's before, it sounds even better. It's like I did it in under 2 years.
Yeah. Okay.
That is appropriate.
I'll tell you what then. I'm sure we can make Zoom or Instagram work. So 2 years' time, you're coming back.
2 years' time.
And then you'll be piloting 2,000 feet. I'm going to be talking to you and you'll perform a magic trick.
There we go. I might need a co-pilot because I don't think you can do a trick whilst flying.
Well, yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably not set up to have autopilot anyway. So.
Well, you never know. In 2 years, I might be flying like private jets and everything. There you go. Dream big.
Yeah. Today your pilot is David, and later on I'll be back with you guys and performing magic tricks. But in the meantime, I am now setting course for whatever exotic location.
Let's do Mauritius or something like that. It's a nice
well, that's pretty cool.
So I've done magic on planes before, but I thought, wouldn't that be cool if you had a co-pilot as well? You take off and you go into a bit of magic in the back.
I'm just wondering how many people have gone live on LinkedIn from 2,000 feet.
Can you go live on LinkedIn?
There are ways of doing it. I think you can use StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
So there are ways of going live on LinkedIn, and of course Instagram or other services are available.
Yes. Yeah, there are people out there who film their stuff. It's like, right, I need to look into that. Like
That'd be
putting
so
a camera
cool.
inside and just document. I want to document the whole thing, which is where the sponsorship comes in. You can do like brands, mic yourself up, have cameras on the wing and everything, so you get the views. Cameras inside.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. It's like okay, and then just document it. Do like a mini series from start to finish.
That'd be interesting. Yeah,
Yeah. Just change it up a bit. The Flying Wizard.
the
Annoyed you've
flying.
got that on Instagram, but it's like, yeah, well, as long as it's out there.
Well, that'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Coming soon to Netflix, the Flying Wizard.
Yeah. Or something else. It's like if you look out the left-hand side of the aircraft, you'll see me.
Yes, in the
The big
distance.
parachute that's got like the four of hearts on it.
Oh, well, can you
That's
imagine
why
that flying?
listening, I'm not going to do that.
No, but I could just imagine you sort of flying over somewhere, and you go, "Is that your card?" Pointing to a roof of a building, and it's just their card,
Yes.
massive size.
It's like, you know when people do skydiving, never done it, don't plan to, and they land on that like big X.
Yeah,
Just have that. Like you fly over the airfield and it's like seven of hearts.
that'd be so impressive.
There you go. I even know how I could do it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, amazing. So,
Yeah.
if people want to find out more about you, obviously you're on LinkedIn.
I am. Yep. Just search for David Magicman London Harris.
Yes, Magic Man as one word.
Yes.
London separate.
London's the next. Yeah.
And
Someone
obviously you're on Instagram as well.
on Instagram. Yep. Just search for Magicman London.
Anywhere else?
Anyways, I'm on TikTok and stuff, but I don't really use it. But again, all my social media is Magicman London. The website is overhaul, so I need to speak to my graphic designer who does websites.
Right.
Yeah. Or just give me a
show
buzz.
notes.
Pick up the phone. I'm old school.
Yeah, that's the thing. People do tend to forget that their smartphones actually also make calls.
Yes. Or drop me a WhatsApp. It's like,
Yeah.
got an
All
event.
right. Let's say we'll put all relevant links into the show notes.
Perfect.
Well, this has been fun.
It has. It's gone quickly. I don't know how long it's been on, but it's gone quickly.
It has gone quickly, and there's some amazing stories. So thank you so much for your time.
Oh, one other little thing.
Yes.
If a company in London, if you're based in London and you're thinking about booking me or having a magician at an event, I'm more than happy to come up to your office and give you like a 10-minute demo of what I do and have a chat.
Sounds brilliant.
Yeah, only in London at the moment. I'm not traveling like 5 hours to do a 10-minute demo.
Yeah. Sorry, Scotland, but you know.
Yeah, fly me over there and like give me a hotel and everything. Oh my god.
If full travel and accommodation expenses paid, I'm more than willing to come and do it for you.
I'll pay for my license. I'll fly down.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, help me.
There you go.
Help me with my flying lessons, and I'll come up to you. Yeah.
Give me £15,000 and I'll come and give you a 10-minute demo. But I'll fly you back to London as well.
You'll have to be at the airport because same day and everything.
Yeah, there you go. Sorted.
Well, that's that done then. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Right. Brilliant. Well, again, thank you so much for your time. Amazing stories.
Thanks for having me on.
At some point, we'll have to have you back on and find out how you're getting on with your flying lessons.
Sounds good. And I'm sure I'll see you at an event soon.
And I'm sure everybody will be seeing you. Well, we've got, what's the next big one? I suppose it's Event Tech Live, I suppose. Trade show wise.
Yeah, I don't know. I normally get an invite going, do you want to come to this? It's like, okay.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, if anyone's, just follow David on Instagram, just on social media in general.
Yeah, I'll give you all the links. I'll send them over to you.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Thank
cool.
you.
Have a good day.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Take care.
Event Plan News is supported by the event industry. It's patrons like Vivid Ink and Rare.app that helps to keep things running. And big thanks to our partners Shoutout and The Power Events. And of course to all our industry friends. Your support is really appreciated. Details for how you and your business can be a patron can be found in the show notes and on the EPN Journal website. Thanks for listening.